The Jacksonville Jaguars have a new head coach. They've named Mike Mularkey, the former offensive coordinator of the Falcons, as their head man. And he's been a head coach before. We know in Buffalo it didn't go particularly well. Now that he comes to Jacksonville, why did they pick him and can he succeed?
Well, I think the number one priority for the Jaguars finding their next head coach was it was going to have to be someone who could work with Blaine Gabbert. General Manager Gene Smith is absolutely all in on Gabbert, the number 10 pick in last year's draft. So it was imperative that they found someone they thought that was going to be comfortable and was going to be able to develop Gabbert. Now, Mularkey comes over from Atlanta, where he did have some success with Matt Ryan, a former top pick. He spent 4 years as the offensive coordinator there and actually did some nice work, eventually getting Matt Ryan to a Pro Bowl. So I think that was first and foremost. And also, General Manager Gene Smith has a very good relationship with Mularkey, and I think this was definitely a comfort issue. They interviewed a number of candidates, a lot of guys who had coordinator experience but no prior head coaching experience, and I think that's probably what tipped the scales in Mularkey's favor.
Mularkey in Atlanta had some talent to work with. He did have Roddy White, Tony Gonzalez late in the game, Michael Turner. He has Maurice Jones-Drew now. Not a lot of great receivers. Does he have enough talent right now on this Jags offense to really compete?
Right now, I don't think he does, no. But I think what's good news for Jaguars fans is that they do hold the number 7 pick in the draft. Now, are they going to be able to get a Justin Blackman? Probably not at number 7. But Smith has been pretty good about maneuvering the draft board. He's a big value guy, so he's going to have to match value with talent. But I think it's fair to say that wide receiver is absolutely going to be their number 1 need heading into the offseason. When you look at the free agent crop, there's a number of high price, but also potentially high reward wide receivers in Vincent Jackson and a Dwayne Bowe. The caveat with these guys is they come with a little bit of baggage. Smith is a high character guy who doesn't normally like to roll the dice on that, but he's entering year 4 of this rebuild and he may be running out of time, so it might be time to roll the dice a little bit.
They really haven't had a star receiver in Jacksonville since maybe Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardell, like that era. On the other side of the ball, Mel Tucker ran that defense and they were pretty good. He became interim coach. Now, what's the status with him? Any chance he comes back?
Well, he's actually getting ready to interview in Minnesota with the Vikings, and normally guys who get passed over for that head coaching job aren't really likely to come back. So it's going to be interesting to see if Mularkey can find a way to reel back Tucker, which would be a huge boon to that defense. They played very well this past season. If not, they've still got a number of nice pieces, but again, the main goal is going to be finding a guy who can avoid having a drop-off with that defense as the offense begins to ascend.
They hope so. That offense was awful last year. Hopefully Mularkey can get that going in the right direction. That's the latest on what's going on with the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the best coverage of the league, check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.
It's never too early to start thinking about the NFL Draft, and Pro Football Weekly's new draft database has you covered. Check out updated player rankings for over 750 prospects and our exclusive PFW'S Stock Watch. Just go to the Draft tab at ProFootballWeekly.com.